Alright, how's everybody doing? Good, I hope. I've decided to sort of make a commitment to not talk about the COVID-19 outbreak at all right now, the pandemic. This is gonna be like a corona-free zone for a while. Because I don't know about you guys, but I've been kind of like retreating to my Second Life bunker as a way to get away from all the terror and psychosis going on outside right now. So this will be a sanctuary of sorts. We have our special mystery guest here again today, sitting right next to me. She may chime in now and again, so that's a little extra bonus for the viewers today. And also back on track, basically did the Gaeta rings, inner and outer. That was awesome, and I'm ready to once again start hitting random sims, so that's what we're doing today. Alright, Berg. Alright, let's see if I can get any additional, no additional information from Firestorm. Alright, gonna try this out. Okay, no valid parcel. Classic. Okay, what's going on here? Kangin and PFA. That's a cryptic acronym. Okay, let's try this. Oh, looks like there's a club over there. Karen Club on Kangin. Let's try this out. I could tell just from the like satellite view that this was gonna be like a beach club. That's funny. I rezzed right inside somebody's living room here. Got dance balls all over the place. So yeah, beautiful tropical landscape with beaches, and kind of want to go upstairs and see if there's anything interesting up there. Look at this, like, stair railing, work in progress. It's like they haven't textured it yet, but it still looks pretty good. And we got the hot tub and the poles for pole dancing up here. Interesting. They have a touch for login prompt, so I'm gonna assume that this sim may actually like employ avatars to fill in. These are nice assets. I really like this texture. It's kind of like, it looks blurry, sort of, but it also, I don't know, it looks really good to me. Cause got some showers here, fed by the waterfalls. That's kind of cool. Good job on the particle effects too. Very realistic. For Second Life, of course. But I like these verdigris pelican statues with the like mooring cleats. Wow, good job on the bake too. This looks like photogrammy. And we got the nude ladies. Let's see. TLC home collection. Yeah, I've seen a few of the TLC assets around. I reduced my draw distance, like in the last video, just because there was so much going on, and I kind of like it this way. Like, I think it's 128 meters. So like the downside is that I can't see everything like in my visual range, but I get a little bit better of a frame rate just for general purposes, which is nice. Little beach house, pretty well decorated. Oh yeah, let me turn on voice because I'm hearing people around, so that they will get to know what I'm doing instead of just wondering why I'm wandering around like a jackass. There's a couple people, there's like 4 people up there getting it on, and they're all part of the group, so I think I will just steer clear of that. I gotta say, I feel like this sim's a little, like I've seen so many of these beach paradise sims. Ooh, I want this. I want one of these. It's great. It's a little palm tree in a pot, or in a basket, with a road of paradise, and I don't know what that is. Looks like an orange blossom almost. Well, that's not very useful. Yeah, what I was trying to say was, I've seen dozens of these tropical paradise islands, and this one is actually pretty nice compared to the sort of the median or average that I'm used to.
Well, thank you, Neo. I'm glad you approve.
Thanks. Yeah, the assets are consistently, I'd say, higher quality than what I normally see on these kind of sims. And the arrangement also, and the landscaping, also like above average. Oh, this is cool, a little diving board. I'm like having to hold Neo back right now because you know how he loves to swim. He's just like, he's begging me to let him jump in, but I want him to keep walking around. Oh, there's a high dive where, oh, he's going in. I can't stop him. Oh, he fell down. There's like an invisible wall there stopping him from going off the diving board. And I got lucky. That was a close one. Oh, that's a nice blanket type thing here. EVH. Huh, I think I've seen a few EVH assets before. Oh cool, it like resed a like drink tray and some like accessories for me to enjoy my chillax session. That's what I'm talking about. Man, I wish this kind of thing existed in real life. Just imagine how great that would be if you could just like sit down on a rug at the beach and a pina colada and some cool magazines would res right next to you. Oh, that would be great. Yeah, honestly, I would be more than happy to go here in real life. Yeah, the more I walk around and explore, I'm just, like, the landscaping is just really, like, excellent. It's really kind of the standout aspect of this sim so far. It's interesting. It's not an avatar though, it's like a animesh or something. Curious. Huh. That was like very realistic. I'm not used to seeing I don't know what you want to call them, like pseudo avatars.
You're talking about our fat girl on the beach?
Yeah, yeah, it was.
Yes.
That was really convincing. Like, I thought it was an avatar at first, and then when it started walking, I was like, wait, is that an avatar? Yeah, it was very convincing.
Bella's chasing her.
Quit harassing our mascot, Bella.
That's my other girlfriend when Grace ain't around. She's very ticklish. She has a weakness.
Wow, my viewer just locked up. Whoa. Haha. I guess Neo just had to get in the water at some point. He's literally like hacking Second Life in order to get into the water. Oh, this is pretty cool. Let's see, can I like... Oh great, there's some kind of like support structure that's invisible, so I'm not like falling in the water every time I walk across these stepping stones.
Is that a shark fin?
Where do you see it? Oh yeah, yeah. There's the landscaping is just awesome in this sim. Great job on the soundscape as well. It's not like overpowering, but it's like enough to make you feel like it increases the immersion. It's a lot of tentacles. It's a high density. I wonder if there's something else up there that I'm missing. Yeah, there's another level. It looks like there's zip lines or something. Oh, sit to climb. Cool. There's like ropes you can climb. That's pretty cool. Let's try it out. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my god. That might be the first time I've ever seen something like this in Second Life. Oh, when you climb up to the top, then he just automatically kicks you off. That's pretty cool. That's a really nice touch, actually. This is the top of the... I suppose if I was really determined, I could probably walk across that waterfall. Or not. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh no. I guess there was some, like, phantom rocks there. Alright, come on. Jump. I'm hitting the jump key, but it's not letting me jump for some reason. And flying is turned off. Oh, there we go. Managed to get around that edge somehow. Let's see. Where should I go from here? Alright, let's try that zip line out. Even though I just came from over there. I guess it's only scripted at the other end, maybe? There's probably like a zipline thing up here. Alright, here we go. Alright, like the most ass backwards way to ever ride a zipline, but I did it. I'm having a lot of trouble like telling what is outside the sim boundary and what is actually like explorable area. I thought for sure he would climb up that ladder, but it doesn't seem to be physical. Alright, well, let's see, what all have I explored so far on this map? I don't think I've been to this dance floor yet. That's where I'm headed. I just came from over here. That's a pretty cool setup. Oh, it looks like a farm or something over here. What is this? Teleporter hub that takes you to various locations. Oh wow, they got all sorts of locations to try out. I don't know if this is some kind of like a gaming board or God only knows. So many different types of like entertainment options in Second Life. Like tiki bar kind of thing there. Yeah, mainly like normally I would have left probably already a sim like this because you know I'm not like big on like resort style money making sims, but I don't know, I'm just finding it really tranquil and relaxing, and like I've said multiple times now, the landscaping is so like well done that it's like holding my interest, so that's why I'm still here. But we're not even 20 minutes in yet, so I'm probably gonna do multiple sims today like usual. This X-rated imagery is making me a little anxious, but hopefully it will be flicking by so fast that I won't have to worry about excessive knee-jerking flaggers. Looks like kind of the private rooms back here. Sorry for the interruption, please continue. My avatar needs like an air horn or something that just blasts periodically, you know, to let everyone know like that he's coming, so they can finish their business before he is on the scene. Alright, did I go to this place over here? No, I don't think I'm just gonna make a quick chair port so that I can get over here without having to traverse the landscape. I give it like a 7.5 out of 10 in terms of the asset continuity. Like, clearly there's a lot of diversity, but it's still kind of like more or less within the scope of similarity and thematic continuity. Nice sauna. Whoa, this is like really high quality. Really, it feels very realistic. Let's see if I can actually sit. I'm like selecting poses, but they're not really like activating, so I don't know. I always have trouble with those menus for some reason in Second Life. I don't know if it's like my avatar's glitched out or what, but it's been a pretty consistent problem for as long as I've used Second Life. I really wish Linden Labs would develop a more like streamlined, sort of like official system for avatars interacting with scripted objects instead of just relying on those button menus, which is like obviously the easiest way if you're scripting, but at the same time I feel like the reliability is kind of low. If you had like a universal graphical interface or something, like an API almost, that you could just sort of plug scripting modules into, that would be kind of neat. Ugh, I'm getting really frustrated by not being able to fly, but at least I can still jump, so of course if I really wanted to I could just teleport out of here in a moment, but I always like to have the sort of authentic experience, or at least as authentic as possible. Yeah, I did want to see the greenhouse, so I'm going to that looks comfortable. I'm ready for my massage now. Where's the masseuse? I want to come up with like, I don't know, maybe there's another like Second Lifer who has already come up with a good term for this, but basically the act of teleporting via sitting on a object that's far away from your current location. I don't know, chairaport is kind of clunky, and often it's not like a chair you're clicking on. It could be anything. It could be a bed or just some random blanket that's scripted for sitting. I mean, I guess I could just call it teleport, but that... Sit-aport? There you go. God, you nailed it. You're so good at this. This is why I pay you the big bucks.
But yet I never see them.
Sit-aport. That's so perfect. Alright, we've got a winner. It's got legs. Alright, I think this greenhouse is basically my last stop, although it's not a greenhouse, it's a beach house, and I already looked through it, so that's that. Alright, yeah, this sim is nice. Like, it's totally worth visiting. There's this whole area over here that I didn't even visit. I don't know if it's private or not. It looks kind of like it might be though, so I think I'll just steer clear of that because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be basically more of the same stuff, so that's kind of a cool prop. Alright, I'm gonna sit-aport over here. See if I can. No suitable spot to sit on. Alright, here we go. Alright, cool. So I was able to sit-aport all the way over here. I'm going to be using that all the time. Okay, so there's a security orb. It is a private area, so never mind. Alright, so yeah. I'll copy and paste the SL URL into the chat if anybody wants to see the sim. It's pretty cool, it's beautiful. Just a little bit like typical. I'd say that's the only real downside to it. But I mean, at least it's sort of like one of the better ones that I've seen in that genre. Alright, so... Alright, I'm gonna go back to plain so I can get a good frame rate on this map. Liqueur. Looks like an Arctic sim. That could be sand. Alright, let's try this. I don't have access, damn it. It's always my least favorite. Like, I never feel slighted when it's just like location doesn't exist or whatever, but when it's blocked, I don't know, I take it very personally. Alright, I'm gonna find a sim that doesn't have any avatars. Juicy Jalia? I don't know. Fashions. Oh, this looks like it might be a shop sim of some sort, but I don't know, we'll try it out. Alright, let's see. Flying is turned off. So I'm just gonna stay airborne so I don't have to wander around like a scrub. And yeah, it looks like it's basically just a strip mall sim, but wow, established in 2007, huh? That's true, that was a long time ago. It seems oddly understocked for a shop that's been around since 2007. I'm not really seeing a lot of items. I don't know, what do you guys think? You think one of these dresses would look good on you in Toy Story? I kinda like those. I like the cut. Yeah, pretty minimal stock. What do we have here? Chairs, like a vending machine. Vending machine. Oh, it's gacha. I can understand why gacha is so popular in the world, not just in Second Life, but it really irks me because I feel like consumerism is already bad enough, and then you mix it with gambling, and it's like, I don't know, it's just too much like, you know, crack cocaine mixed with heroin. It's like, do you really need to create an even more extreme drug? And I don't know, there's just something like so turnkey about it. No pun intended. Yeah, I don't know. In a way, like it kind of like trivializes creativity. That's sort of my opinion. I mean, it's just another layer of abstraction. Like you're taking people's creations and then packaging them into this machine and random distribution mechanism. I don't know, I'd really like to hear what other Second Lifers have to say about it. For those who don't know, like, gacha is like, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll just give you what I think I know about the history of gacha in the world, not just in Second Life. But it's like this thing that originated in Japan or Asia, where it's like a gumball machine, or if you remember those like toys from the 80s. Where you would like put in a quarter and you turn the little lever, and then a plastic capsule comes out the bottom, and there's a random toy inside the capsule, or you know, whatever. It could be anything. Sometimes they kind of tell you what you're getting, like collectibles. You know, like they could be action figures or little like plushy toys or anything. And The premise, though, is that it's like a lottery, right? Because within the vast bulk of all of these trinkets, there's going to be like special, highly valuable versions of whatever the gacha machine is selling. Huh. So you have a chance to win like a really expensive or collectible version of whatever the machine is selling. So then, of course, like naturally, somebody in Second Life thought, well, this is so popular in the real world, why wouldn't we want it in Second Life too? So gacha became like this brand in Second Life, I guess, and it kind of like swept across the grid, and now there's like gacha machines everywhere. There's like what do they call those franchises, like gacha franchises. Yeah, like, and you can buy gacha machines that then distribute items. See, here we go, gacha script. So yeah, it's all about the franchise and the like wow, I just like ironically stumbled into like gacha central here. So yeah, I don't know. See, like, here's a rare item. Like, you may turn the dial or pull the wheel or pull the knob and get useless crap 9 times out of 10, but occasionally you'll get some kind of like really desirable item, like this whole beach house or whatever. I don't know. Like, why wouldn't you just want to like save up your money and go to the marketplace and buy the thing that you want, you know? It's like the gacha is just a whole another layer of excitement and randomness. And that appeals to a lot of people, and we all know there's like a narcotic effect. Wow, those are beautiful leaves. Like all the dopamine and serotonin stuff and hormones that are released when you gamble. So for me, that's like, there's a little bit like an ethical concern there. So I guess that's all there is to the sim. I mean, the aerial view, oh, here's the private space over here. It doesn't really look like there's anything in this house. It's just like an empty house over here on the other half of the island. God, so much potential, like a whole sim. And there's only like 4 little mall shops on this whole sim. But yeah, whatever. Alright, I'm gonna paste this URL. Yeah, it just seems like a waste of a sim to me, but whatever. Alright. Back to Plain Plains. We're like 33 minutes in. Plenty of more time to get lucky. You know, I'm just thinking like, what a hypocrite I am. This whole like system that I use for browsing sims is like gacha, basically. Only I'm playing gacha with entire sims. Like, there's definitely a thrill for me every time I visit a new sim. This looks interesting. Emily's Nest, classic country saloon. Alright, let's try this. Let's see, is flying. Alright, flying's not turned off, so I can stop flying and just walk around. Greeter system. Cool, they're actually encouraging me to have a walk around and take a look at everything, so that's nice. It's always nice when a sim makes you feel welcome. So we already know basically a summary of the content. It's like a Wild West theme, country, saloon, you know, that kind of stuff. Those are interesting windows. Bunch of gaming tables. stage, bar, cow, and a doorway that I apparently can't walk through. Ugh. My viewer just locked up. Just gonna do a small site-to-site teleport. Oh, there's a landing zone. So I suppose I could just fly over there, maybe. I don't know. I really kind of just want to walk around today. Sometimes I just want to feel my feet on the ground when I'm exploring a sim. This is kind of cool. Yeah, that Wild West like facade town front over there really like intrigues me. But I'll just have to circle back around. Looks like, oh yeah, multi-mesh animations. Pretty cool though. I like those little fawns. Great
Looks
job.
like flamingo.
Yeah, a little. Great job on the textures. Hanna Kolozowski. Good job on the landscape. I mean, it's a little sparse, but not so sparse that I don't like feel like I'm actually out in nature somewhere. It's mesmerizing watching those leaves on the water. Oh, this is cool. I love water wheels. I feel like you see so many lighthouses in Second Life, but you don't see very many water wheels. When I see a water wheel, it always makes me happy because they're just so cool. Yeah, these are kind of like, well, they're, interestingly enough, these are like assets that are using new technology, but they look kind of like older tier in terms of quality, so they're kind of like, I don't know, hybrid assets, transitional between the mesh era and the prim era. Not really furnished, but that's pretty common in Second Life. This is curious. What do we have down here? Because my avatar is too big to fit through the door. It's just a wine cellar anyway. Something was blocking me from moving forward, so I had to turn around and navigate backwards to get into this little area here. Seems like nothing's in here though. It's just like a little cave. It's empty. Alright, what's this down here? Some kind of machine. Almost looks like a ship control. Got that ship's wheel and stuff. None of the controls seem to do anything though, so it's just like a visual prop, I guess. One of these days I'm gonna do a stream just on rideable animals. I've always wanted to try like a rideable horse in Second Life, or a dragon or something like that. I've never actually tried one all my years in Second Life. And I know the technology has gotten pretty advanced now, especially with like animesh and rigging and stuff like that. I mean, I've seen videos online of people riding animals in Second Life that looked almost as realistic as if it was like a real animal. Like at least as good as what I've seen in other games. Is this a badger? Kind of just scooting along the log there. No, what is this? A skunk? Some butterhead lettuce, looking pretty good. Cattails. It's hard to decide where to go. Climb the mountain here. Rowboat. Oh yeah, somebody left some patties and hot dogs and chili, I hope. Really, Pistachia? I swear this isn't me, this is actually my cat sleeping on my keyboard. Thank you, Pistachia. Little island over there, that's kind of cool. Oh, I'm getting a great frame rate on this sim because there's so little. It's like not very resource intensive. I don't know, maybe they have rideable horses here. Oh, they got like a whole competition grade riding course. That's cool. Oh, here we go. No comment. No commento. Yeah, literal barrel racing with actual barrels. That's pretty cool. So it's like a rodeo. Oh, come on, jump. Touch to start the race, huh? Horse racing, cool. This is pretty exciting. Look like prop houses. Basically back where I started. I was kind of hoping there'd be some horses to try out. Let me see. Also, I think I'm just gonna explore these with the camera, because I'm not like super optimistic that they're gonna be like really highly furnished after everything else I saw in the sim. Looks like, yeah, pretty basically nothing inside except for that bar downstairs. Man, this stove sure is popular. I've seen this on like a dozen sims. Indigo, Surge, Caster, and Belly utility stove. Okay, what do we have here? Sorry, we're closed. Crazy, I saw that same exact quilt on the last sim that I was on. What are the odds? It's pretty random. Ah, tumbleweed. That's cool, actually. I wonder if that's a particle script or what. Oh, it's just orbiting in a circle. The cafe is completely empty. This whole sim just kind of gave me a work in progress kind of feeling, like they're still developing it. Alright, I think I saw everything over there. Nothing in the barn. Alright, there's like one horse way the heck over here. Alright, let's see if I can ride it. These don't look like rideable horses, they just look like props. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it on this sim. There's probably like a horse reser in there on that track, but without knowing like where to look to find it and probably reading a bunch of note cards to figure out how to do it, I'm never gonna be able to really enjoy it. I wanna actually like intentionally do like a animal riding thing in Second Life at some point. Alright, going back to Plain Plains. It's got about like, I don't know, 12 minutes left of exploring to do. Should be time for one more sim, assuming it's not super packed with fascinating things to... Already been to Time and Space. Forest Knolls. Whiskey River. Jas Plot. Is that like German? Try this. Great, I'm in a private parcel right off the bat, and then you get kicked before I even have a chance to explore. Alright, that one is no bueno. Ugh. Antonius Ancestral Domus. I think I've been here. I think this was like the Greco-Roman historical recreation sim. Gotta have a memory like an elephant to keep track of all the sims I've been to. Los Angeles City, huh? Looks like only half the sim is actually occupied. Let's try this. Alright, let's see. Flying not turned off. Somehow, even though I clicked on the other side of the sim, it put me on the empty side, so this is probably a landing point. This definitely feels like a work in progress. Maybe the other side is like totally private. Oh yeah, you have to be a group member, basically. Well, what I'll do is I'll fly down here so I have like a sectional slice that I can scope out with my eye in the sky and just like peek over the fence, as it were. Some nice props. Alright, Corrido, a name with which I am very familiar. These banana trees are cool. Beautiful work. Even got the apical flower there on the... Yeah, those are gorgeous. Ugh. Cube Republic, I have also seen that name a lot recently. The squirrel on the bird feeder, classic. I like all the citrus trees. I've been riding my bike a lot recently around the neighborhood, and I've noticed there's so many lemon trees within like a mile radius. There's just so many, and they're all like full of lemons right now. Just blows my mind. Like, if I owned a lemon tree, I'd be using like a lemon a day. I wouldn't just be letting them sit out there. The people around here, like, a lot of people have like bought houses that had been in the 70s. People had planted trees there, even earlier, like the 50s, 60s, 70s. People planted a lot of fruit trees and orchards, and then those people died or left or whatever, and then the new people, they don't really understand agriculture at all, because we don't live in a society now where agriculture is really like a dominant force. It's like an afterthought, so they go to Safeway and they buy their lemons, and they got like a lemon tree in the backyard that's like full of beautiful lemons, and it's like they just fall off the tree and rot on the ground. It's like, what are you doing? You got a lemon tree. And they're such beautiful, gorgeous lemons too. And every time I drive by on my bike, I'm like so tempted to like take a few lemons, but being a farmer, like, it's just, maybe in the past I could have done that, but not now. Like, I see somebody's lemons, that's pretty realistic. Wow, even the teeth are like really detailed. It's creepy. Yeah, I can't just like be lifting somebody's lemons nowadays. Now that I know like how much work it takes to grow lemons, all the time it takes for that tree to grow, all the nutrients. Even if people don't care, if they're not even aware of that they have this amazing resource in their yard, just ethically, I can't do it. Actually, I was driving by this one house, and there was a guy like painting the house, and they had a lemon tree with all these lemons, and I was about to cook some fish that night, and I wanted to make a lemon butter sage sauce for it, a reduction. And so I was like, I pull up, and I'm like shouting over the fence. I'm like, hey, you ever give away your lemons? And the guy was like, speaking in Spanish, he's like, I don't own the house, I'm just a worker. And he like points, he's like, go to the front door and talk to the owner. But I feel weird talking to people I don't know, just like cold knocking on their front door, especially right now, Doesn't seem like super responsible thing to be doing. So, didn't get any lemons. It's a cool sculpture. So yeah, this sim's pretty neat. It's got some really aesthetically pleasing assets. So it's a flying turtle, just like Maple's turtle in that anime I'm watching right now, Biori. Oh, there's orcas over here. Wow, look at those waves, are huge. Yeah, you would take those lemons, Ona? Yeah, it's pretty tempting. It's pretty tempting. Then I just think about, like, a few years ago in the garden where I work, we have this frost peach tree. And it had just, like, all the peaches were set and ready to pick. And we came back the following day, we were going to harvest, and somebody had jumped over the fence and stolen all of our peaches. And I was just like, man, this is horrible. After that, I don't know, I think twice now before I'm, like, going to take somebody's fruit. Because it's like, I don't know, I don't believe in karma at all, but at the same time, I believe in, like, consequences and causality. And it's like, somebody is taking my food, and that makes me feel bad. If I take somebody else's food, that's gonna make somebody feel bad, most likely. I mean, not in this case, when the lemons are just rotting on the tree, but, you know, it's like a principle thing. It's not necessarily, it's not really about, like, facts and reality. It's just about, like, what you're comfortable with, I guess. I like this sim. It's a little messy. It's a little hodgepodge, but it's like clearly the spirit of the place is just comfort and coziness. Oh, we've got
You
a
really
lantern.
don't see many water wheels, do you?
Yeah, ironic, huh? Now that I've said I don't see many water wheels, I'm probably going to see one in every sim I visit. But look at what we have here. We have a miner's lantern. It's time for the famous weekly rating. This is like, what, 3-4 weeks in a row that I've been able to rate mining lanterns. Unfortunately, this one is a really, like, low grade specimen. I'm gonna give it like a 2 out of 10, mainly because the texture is just so sloppy and the geometry is like so simple. Yeah, I think that's the lowest rating I've given a miner's lantern so far in Second Life. And that's kind of funny because the other ones had really glaring flaws, but even though they had glaring flaws, the geometry and the texture mapping was better, so they got a higher rating. That one was just low effort. Alright, I'm going in circles. Alright, we got the farm over here, that's cool. I've seen a lot of farms in Second Life, and it really kind of blows my mind. I mean, many of them have been RP. Oh wow, this actually has a scripted sprinkler. I have never seen irrigation like this in Second Life, ever. Oh my god, this is a first for me. Because, you know, irrigation, obviously, it's almost essential for the majority of crops, and yet you don't see irrigation systems hardly ever, and this is actually a really realistic sprinkler. I mean, aside from the particles being a little bit slower than water droplets move in real life, but that's pretty awesome. So we got roses, we got tulips, we got cherry tomatoes, a lot of tomatoes. Oh, we got more tulips down here. We got carrots, we got 3 varieties. We got purple carrots, orange carrots, yellow carrots. I approve. And then we got our squashes over here. Ooh, that's like a... I know what this is, but it's not It's not kabocha and it's not a pumpkin. It's like a Central American squash, but the name is eluding me. But basically, it's a nice pumpkin patch. Yeah, nice farm. Of course, bananas all over. You know, you would never see like. Well, you might see those crops together, but bananas are tropical and carrots are more of like a cold weather kind of crop. But well, you can go carrots all year round, really. Oh, that's cool. There's like a potting shed too. Whoa, seeding calendar. Wow, 2016. It's a bit out of date, but that's pretty cool. I had somebody's really into gardening. A to Z garden plants. Some lettuces over here on the side. Oh, and here's the raised beds. Nice corn. Peppers. More lettuce. Eggplant. Wow. What are these? More carrots, but they're like coming out of the ground. Leeks. More lettuce. What are those? Looks kind of like okra, but it's not. Oh, those are cucumbers. They're just shaped really weirdly on this one over here. Huh. I don't know why you'd bother making this like private over here. I mean, there's nothing really like sensitive or special in this area that I can see. Although I haven't really explored over on this side. Oh yeah, I did want to check out the church. Chapel. Oh, nice architecture. I've seen this like in a real church locally that has very similar beam joinery. That must be a very like classic architectural style specific to certain religious subcategories of Christianity. My viewer keeps locking up. It's done that 3 times today. Don't know why. Bread and cheese, strawberries, that's very nice. Oh, those look like Cosmos a little. Haha, someone left the burners on. Ooh, hamburgers, cheeseburgers. Haha. I'm so hungry all of a sudden. I wonder why. It's a cool cactus. The loft of area. Low Uriza. Haven't seen that name before. Just when you think you've seen every major creator, there's some new one with a familiar item. It's a neat little ship model. Jake for June. It's a nice pool table. Wow, looks like they missed a few surfaces there with the mesh manifold. Yeah, I don't know, this sim was definitely worth visiting. It just takes a little effort to kind of look over the fence. Apple fall. Just can't escape. Yeah, I'm kind of glad at least this sim sort of panned out. All the other ones I visited today were sort of, well, except for that like tropical beach one, just because it was so, I don't know, aesthetic. Wow, those are some really high-end banana assets. Like, wow. No note cards, please. Pamela Galley. Huh. Yeah. Those look like apple fall for sure. Wow. Yeah, they got enchiladas in the oven. Got some kind of like rice going here and beans. Pumpkin pie, there we go. I thought I'd already been in this room because I saw those props. The ship and the horse head, but they just copy and paste them again in there. Dining room. It's a cool clock. I didn't even notice that when I was in the room. Pistachio, you need to get your head off the keyboard, girl. Pretty cozy. Those are neat bookends. Haven't seen that before. There we go. Silence. Madeline Lumen. That's cool. Differential. Great job on the specular and then normal maps on those. That's a cool horse. How much do you want to bet this is Apple Fall? I called it. Oh my god. There's so many Apple Fall items that, like, I looked through their entire store. I thought I'd seen every single item that they sell. But, no, there are still items that I come across in world that aren't on their store. It's weird. Like, maybe they're like limited editions, or they just stopped listing them on the marketplace after a certain amount of time. I don't know. Wow, this is cool. It's like a little fire escape diorama that is a curio cabinet, like, kind of. That's awesome. I wonder how many of these things are Jake Fortune again. I wonder how many of these things are lifted from real life. Like, how many of these things are original, because I have noticed in Second Life over the years that creators in Second Life really do get creative. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Ona, because I know like the big makers in Second Life have like in-world storefronts where I guess they sell some things exclusively. So that's a good point. Although it's just like I don't understand why you wouldn't sell every item that you've ever made on the marketplace. I do understand like limited editions. That kind of makes a little bit of sense to me because it's like it gives people more of an incentive, especially if you're like a big fancy mega creator like Applefall. Then you can get away with limited runs of items and stuff. But otherwise, like, I don't get it. It's like, why would you do that? Like, even if you could sell them for more, Second Life Marketplace is all about the long tail, you know? It's like, you don't make money from selling a few limited edition items at a really high price. You make money over the course of, like, many months selling many thousands of items at relatively low prices. That's a beautiful climbing rose. God damn, be a lot of work to model to get that like so like yeah, that's incredible. It's like a really great form on the plant. Looks very authentic. I actually have an almost exact version of this rose, only the flowers are kind of a little pink, but boy is it a ravenous climber. I've had to cut it back like every 4 months since I got it, like for years. And that's that, I guess. That's kind of cool. You can see all the rooms in the house from the crawl space. The attic. Another cool clock. Vic Narito. That's pretty good for a three prim land impact. Oh yeah, so I was gonna give like everyone a little tip because you might have noticed that this stream like maybe wasn't one of the better ones, mainly because of all the sort of like low interest sims that I burned through in the beginning. So like if you ever miss a stream and you're like watching it just to see like what I might have or what you might have missed, like I highly recommend just like skipping through the video like really quickly to see like if I came across any really good sims, because honestly a lot of them are just like, you know, I don't know, just a suggestion. Like I do this when I watch other people's Second Life videos, because there's sometimes it's just like a lull in the interest or whatever. That's how it is with streaming, at least from my point of view. This is a really nice asset here. Alright, I just got tapped on the shoulder by my partner. So the stream's coming to an end, in other words, but it's been pretty fun. Thanks for watching, as always. Stay safe out there, friends. Wow, that is an unexpected yet delightful ending to this video. I think the monkey's giving the other monkey the carpal tunnel movie, maybe
Heimlich maneuver.
yeah, the Heimlich maneuver. I don't know what I was thinking with carpal tunnel. He's getting carpal tunnel, but the Heimlich maneuver, you know, helping the smaller monkey dislodge a piece of coconut. It's a very humanitarian effort on his part, or semi-humanitarian. Yeah, see you later, Ona. I feel like I had one more thing to say, but I'm sure it wasn't very important, so take it easy, guys.